One, and
Hi, welcome back to Go Green, Plastic Awareness for Families, Part 3. This week we're going to talk about tuning in, and we are with me is Sarah Corcoran, Forest Watch Coordinator from the Sierra Club, Pennsylvania chapter, and I am Fawn Contreras, Youth Services Clerk at the Valley Community Library. Today we read chapters 5 and 6 of Sid and Simon Go Green by Paul H. Reynolds. We're going to check out all the wonderful plastic art that has been sent into us and learn what we can do to make a difference in our community. Last week, we asked you to get artistic with your plastics and find ways to reduce and reuse before recycling. Let's see some of that plastic art, Sarah.
so here are a few of our favorite submissions. I absolutely love the little kitty cat planter, but there's all sorts of different levels here, from bottle cap art to reusing a plastic jug for a piggy bank. So these are some wonderful submissions. Thank you to everyone who participated.
Yes, and that can, if we go back one more slide, the can planter, the zebra print one, we are going to have available at the Valley Community Library later this week. We're going to put them out as a take and create your own DIY chia pet so that we're recycling some cans, and you'll get ivy to pull toxins out of your air.
That is wonderful. So make sure you stop by the Valley Community Library to get your free recycled art. And later on in the program, we will be talking about something else that you can pick up from the library as well. So would you like to give a quick recap of what happened in chapters 5 and 6 of Go Green today?
Yes. All right. Sydney and Simon, after doing their plastic count and coming up with art, they wanted to do even more to learn to bring about awareness of the trash problem. So they came up with a song called Let's Go Green, and it sings to the tune of This Land is Your Land. And I'm just going to read the first little refrain of it. It's this trash is your trash. This trash is my trash. From plastic store bags to the junk we toss fast. From candy wrappers to the needless garbage heaps. Let's go green now, you and me. Now you'll have to check out the book for the rest of the song. But that song became so popular in the book that it made it onto the radio station, and everyone in town heard it.
Yeah, and all of the people in town that Sid and Simon interacted with were telling them small ways that they were trying to go green, right?
Yep. So then they talk about all the changes that they made in their school that they've inspired throughout their entire community, and how much trash they reduced and the impact of that, and how easy it was to change.
So throughout the book, Sid and Simon became what's known as an advocate. The advocacy is public support for or recommendation of a particular cause or policy. So in this case, they got really jazzed up about reducing plastic waste in their community. And the outlet that they took was to create a song to teach other people about the issue of plastic waste in their town. There are lots of other ways that you can become an advocate for an issue that's important to you. And it all depends on what level of engagement you feel comfortable with. You could write a letter to the editor in your local paper, write to your local state or federal elected officials, call into your local radio station or news network like Sid and Simon did, attend municipal meetings and make public comments, which is really important because then you're finding out what's happening in your own town, and you can make a difference on the local level. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to change federal policy right off the bat, but you might be able to convince your local officials to change something in your own backyard. You could also write to your school board or attend a meeting. I know that your school board has a meeting coming up tonight, right, Fawn?
Yes, and since it's in the time of COVID and coronavirus, they're actually live streaming it on Facebook, so it gives it access to even more people, and then we can comment on there or send messages as well.
That's one nice thing that's come about from the pandemic, is that a lot of local meetings are being streamed, so that way you don't have to travel or take the time off in order to go. You can watch it at your leisure. Another thing that you could do is you could talk to your friends and family about your cause. You don't have to make it a big political statement. You can make it as local as you want it to be. You could talk to local or impacted business owners or reach out to the Chamber of Commerce, which takes care of all of the businesses in an area. You could volunteer for an organization fighting the same fight, like the Sierra Club, or you could volunteer at the local library. You can also just take the time to educate yourself. You can research an issue and stay informed about changes that are happening around that issue. So these are a few basic ideas, but if you are really interested in helping out in another way, you can always reach out to one of us, and we can help you come up with even more detailed plan.
Yes.
Now, we were talking earlier about something you can pick up from the library, and this is a personal point of advocacy. You can write a postcard to your local elected official, and you can find your legislator on the postcard itself. So there'll be this little screen here will be printed out at the library that you can pick up there, or you can print it out from the slideshow here. You would want to find your local legislator, and then you can either draw your own postcard about why plastic waste is important to you, why getting rid of plastic is important, or you can use one of the designs created by one of our volunteers to color in and send in a postcard like that. So we have two that are pre-drawn, and we have some blank ones if you would like to create your own postcard. Now, if you do decide to do this, you don't have to talk about plastic waste. That's just what we are talking about today. You can talk about any sort of environmental issue or any type of issue that impacts you directly. And that's going to be it for us. Thanks for joining us this week. If you'd like to watch recaps of any of the other webinars that we've done, please feel free to visit our YouTube page. I put the link down at the bottom there, but you could always just type Pennsylvania Sierra Club in the search bar and we'll pop right up. And here are a few resources for you if you are interested. These are Lackawanna County specific. But a quick Google search should be able to pop up any specifics for your location. And
it's really easy to write to your legislators, and it's nice when they respond. I know that I've written to our local state representative, my daughter and I, back in April, and we really liked it when we got an emailed response back that was about what we wrote to them. So
every voice counts.
yes.
And if you are over the age of 18 or know someone who is, like your parents, there is an election coming up in November that you should make sure to cast your vote for. The election process is one way that we can definitely have a voice in our who is elected in our country. So I hope you enjoyed our webinar and enjoy your day.